Okay, this video has the potential to make you go, Sarah, what in the world? You've gone through 38 years of life and you don't know this. This is so basic, Sarah. Or it could really land for you. At 38, I am only now starting to realize the depths of emotion, that's one, and how that sort of emotion sits in your body and how that in turn makes or crafts the way that you react to different situations. Now, I'm talking about the basic emotions, okay? Let's just start from there. Your basic things like happiness, when you're upset, you're angry, you're anxious, for example. We know and we can rattle off those words. But what does it feel like or what does it look like in your body when you're trying to process these emotions? So I've had the headspace to sit and think and feel through it. And yeah, I've come up with a few or I found out a few interesting sensations that it creates in my body. Sounds very wrong, but let's cut to it, shall we? Okay, this feeling is one that everyone is going to be able to resonate with, okay? It's the feeling of being sick, physically sick. Like, I mean, a virus has gotten you, right? In its grasp and you're falling sick. I know this is not an emotion per se, but hear me out, okay? So when I'm in the eye of the tornado and that virus has taken over, right? It's already in you and it's marching basically to the beat of its own drum in your body, right? I don't know about you, but there are times, or this happens often, that I actually feel a lot of calm when I'm sick, which is very counterintuitive because your body is fighting, right? Basically, you're in survival mode. So why is it that you feel super calm and very grounded? So when I'm sick, I'm feeling physically sick, what happens to my body is that, let's start with the eyes. The gaze basically lowered a lot because you can't be bothered about anything else other than, living. You're in survival mode. So eyes very much lowered, and basically it's your body reprioritizing the things that are actually important in your life. Actual life and death things, guys. My ears as well. They go a little bit blocked if you're sick, a little bit blocked. It's almost like the ears are blocking out all the unnecessary frequencies. Like it's less sensitive, basically. It's almost a little bit hollow and just a very natural way of blocking unnecessary, unimportant, and unprioritized things. So yeah, that's the ears for me. My breathing is way more grounded and way more centered. It almost feels like gravity in this space. Everywhere else is the same, okay? But around my body, the gravity, someone upped the gravity meter just around my body because everything feels heavier, but not in like a heavy, bad way, but in a very grounded, very present, very here and now situation. Which is also a way of reprioritizing, I guess, right? You just focus on you. You need to do this. Your body is fighting for your life, so just block everything else out. So all this to say that everything that I do is very calculated, very intentional, because it feels like you know what is important, because it makes you just very clear in the mind, like that doesn't matter anymore, that doesn't matter, this is what is important, I'm only going to focus my energy on that. So everything is very, very clear and thought through in that calm period. Actually, I feel very interestingly in my body that when I am in survival mode, I feel the most alive. Yeah, it feels like I know myself, I know what's important. The noise, there's no noise. It's very clear to me what it is that I need to do. So yeah, that has been a very interesting revelation for me. How it is that these things, these emotions, not emotions in this case, but the feeling of falling sick, you think that you're going a little bit crazy, but yeah, this is really, really interesting to me. Okay, the next interesting sensation that I've figured out or experienced in my body is the sensation when I feel like I am entering or in a difficult situation, going into a difficult conversation, or I'm basically I feel like I'm in an unsafe space. Now, it's about noticing where exactly I feel that discomfort in my body. I used to think that the discomfort that comes out from this is all here. Like, your mind is racing and you're sort of thinking of all the different ways to escape. What's the escape plan and how do I get out of this situation, right? No, I also knew that back in the day that I still do hold my stress and my discomfort in my neck and my shoulders. And many of my friends, if you know me, you will know that I'm the girl who goes around doing this, and I'm doing a lot of stretches, saying that, claiming and complaining, that's what the word is, that I'm holding a lot of stress in this area and just trying to loosen things up. I've realized that it is not just these two areas. It is a whole sequence of events. It's a whole party. It's not just there. It's not just the head and neck. No, it's everywhere, okay? With me, I've realized it starts not in any linear form, okay? But this is what tightens, okay? It's the jaw. It clenches really, really tight. The neck, yes, of course, definitely goes really tight. Shoulders, you know this already. My chest goes like, it goes really, really tight. And then I realized the solar plexus, for me, my stomach basically, wow, that one really, like, that's a lot of the cause of my, not discomfort, but a lot of the reason why I'm trying to dig deep into it, because it's this belly area tightening up when I am uncomfortable or approaching uncomfortable situations, that the depths of how it tightens and how much my gut holds on to emotions is immense. Okay, anyways, other than the gut, it goes down to the hips as well. Like, everything's just imagine this whole place. I thought it was just here and here, but no, it's a parade. It's an uncomfortable parade. Should we even call it a parade if it's uncomfortable? So I said the most uncomfortable feeling that I have and I'm sitting with at the moment is how my gut feels when I am approaching difficult situations or things that I guess my body perceives as that requires fight or flight. So in situations where I feel even the slightest change in the environment or the slightest tone change or the wind is blowing a little bit different, just everything tightens up. It might actually start with the gut or the belly, and then that causes the whole sequence of events. I'll figure that out. But the depths of how deep the discomfort, it's not pain, but it's very, very tense and very, very uncomfortable, the way that I feel, at least in my solar plexus and in my general belly gut area, is so deep. It is still surprising me up until today, How deeply, maybe the word I would use is insecure I am, and how unsafe I feel so quickly in this general area. And it's very, very new to me. I've always known that, like here it's all tense, but I thought it was just like a normal thing. But it's new to me, and because I'm now aware of it, I am hypersensitive about it. I'm hyper aware of it to the point that, I'm so strung. Like something small triggers me, and then I can feel the gut just go crazy, and then I'm just like trying to, what is the source? What is the cause of my body reacting this way? I'll get better at this, definitely, but it's great that, it's such a privilege to be able to be aware of how it is that your body sits with different discomforts or different emotions or threats that are surrounding it. But yeah, I will definitely get better at it. Now, everything triggers me. Like, I will immediately feel it in my gut. I'm so sensitive, but hopefully this plays out to my benefit. I'll be able to use this as a superpower instead of where it is now. So basically, this is about not just acknowledging that different parts of your body tense up, or different emotions or different situations make different parts of your body feel a different way. It's about knowing what to do with it and what that tenseness means. I guess how to make yourself more comfortable, because I don't think we deserve, or I don't think we're built to live like this in a perennially tense way. So yeah. Okay, this third sensation in my body is one that sits really well with me, because now I know for a fact that I am around people that my nervous system deems as safe people, because now I'm hyper aware, as I was talking about, like how tense my body can get when I'm in different situations. It goes the same way the other way around. I it is just as loud when my body softens completely. Like it just whack. It doesn't care anymore. That's when you know your nervous system is just, it feels really safe around certain people in your life. Now, I love that I know this feeling now of how my body feels when I don't need to be overly, I don't know, there's no pressure. I don't need to overly curate my words, my thoughts. I can genuinely be myself. And actually, the surprising thing about it is that, you know, there are many people that I thought my body and, you know, I would be very calm around, you know, naturally, because they're close to me and all these sorts of things. But when I started to really tune in, those people are really far few between. Like very, very few people that do that for me anymore. Yes, people who are very close to me, and actually surprisingly, people that I never thought we were very close, that have made me feel very safe as well, which is interesting because I assumed it was always about, like, you know, if I know these people X amount of time, I should feel the safest around them, right? But no, the body sort of knows a little bit better. When I'm around the people that are safe for me, it's definitely that I don't need to overthink things. I can truly be myself. I can relax, and I don't have to pretend that I have it all together. You know, if I don't have it together, they will see it, and I would be completely okay with them seeing me in all that, you know. Well, in the ugliest way possible, I guess, is the best way that I can put it. These people will see the ugliest side of me, you know. I'll be the ones sleeping mid-sentence with them. I'm known to do that, you know. That's when you know I'm really, really comfortable around you, okay? But yeah, realizing and knowing how comfort as well, not just discomfort, sits in my body has been a real privilege to be able to learn while also learning about the not so great stuff. I think it is such a privilege and such a beautiful thing to be able to listen to your own body, and not just that, deeply listen to your own body. So yeah, I think it is a privilege, and I'm still learning a little bit more about it. I'm sure there is much to be known about how else the body reacts to the ways to the emotions that we have, because sometimes it just gets too much. You think that everything is happening up here and just up here. The reality, honey, is that it's not all here. Let's just acknowledge that a lot of it sits in the body as well, and then just give it that attention as well in the body, shall we? Until next time, sweetheart, take care. I would love to hear your comments about what it is that you think of. Where else is that you feel discomfort in your body? I don't know. Let's share a little bit about, well, I tell you a little bit about what I know, you tell me a little bit about what you know, right? Like, comment, share, subscribe on YouTube, guys. Until next time, take care, my sweetheart. Bye, honey.